सॉरी जस्ट डबल चेक किया वाईफाई को चालू करने के बाद काउंटडाउन के बाद वांट टू मेक श्योर देयर इज नो इशू. लास्ट टाइम हमने दोपहर को स्ट्रीम की थी. आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड बट सो फार सो गुड, नो इश्यूज. नेथन बस आ रहा है थोड़े मिनट में. Thank you so much, Harsh. Thank you for being a valuable member as well. The Red Moon will rise tomorrow at Manchester. I don't know, man. Look, I am not negative or positive. I'm just hoping it's just a good match and we put up a good fight. उसके बाद क्या कर सकते हैं? Excited and tense as well for Derby. Hope United get a good result. Yes. Prediction आते यार. इतना start में prediction पूछ दोगे. You'll ask the prediction in the start, Kirk. So early in the stream. How to give prediction? Morning. Give it till the end of the season. Hello, conceding at least 4. Arey bhai. One end is we're trying to be positive, conceding at least 4. Congrats, Annie, by 10. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the way, firstly, everyone, again, thank you so much for all your support on all the super chats and all the conversations. The रात के stream, दिन के stream, inconsistent stream, मेरे और सुनील के अलग formats, अलग timings, अलग opinions. आप हमेशा आपने 2 सालों से हमें बिल्डअप किया है, आपने 2 सालों से हमें सपोर्ट किया है. एंड नाउ यू आर सपोर्टिंग सुनील इन हिज एडवेंचर विद शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट कंटेंट एज वेल. हेलो नेथन.
Hello guys, good afternoon. Congratulations on 5K. Can you hear me?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
अरे कि मेरी आवाज क्या दिक्कत है?
I can hear you.
Probably could be my output.
No, I can hear you perfectly. It's fine.
Nathan, can you say something?
Yeah, sure. As I was saying, congratulations on 5K. You can't hear me?
Chat, Nathan की आवाज आ रही है क्या? We can hear both of you. Why can't my... What's up?
I can hear. You can hear me?
Okay, wait. It's my output. Okay, now?
Now you can hear me?
Yes, it's my laptop. Sorry.
Fine. Never mind.
Technically,
no, I was going to say congratulations on 5K.
Thank you, yeah. कल रात को everyone got angry. Got angry. Jayan bhai was Suraj bhai was like हमें भी channel पे दे दो. Yeah, you know why, man. Ash deserved that, man. Ash has had
of course.
Needed a little bit of the super chatty. I had to. And Vivek bhai just reminded me I got the year wrong. Ki Wenger was the one who did the Oba Giroud swap, not Emery. I got it wrong by 6 months. Fair.
I still wouldn't take him, so I'm okay with that. Bro, I can't believe people were saying he has charisma, dude. What? Because he screams Marco Bizot 10 times.
Bizot, good evening, Bizot.
So much aura. We knocked them out of Europe last season, even though we were 15th. No, so much aura there. So much.
To be fair, they knocked themselves out. Literally.
No, that's not my problem. We showed up to play and they didn't. That's what I remember.
I'm not even a United fan, but I'm confident United will get a result, win or draw, but not lose for work's sake. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Yes, I will let Sunil bhai know. Congrats. Can hear both of you. Yeah, sorry. We figured it is me. I'm the problem. It's me. As Taylor would say. I don't think our competition is Man City. We will compete with one of Semenyo, Haaland, Foden. Our target will be to outscore one of... तो मतलब हालांड 2 गोल मारेगा, फोर्डन 2 गोल मारेगा, सेमेन्यो 1 गोल मारेगा, तो किसको आउटस्कोर करना है? हालांड को आउट करोगे और फोर्डन को करोगे तो फिर भी 6-3 हारेंगे. I hope City smash us hard and then Arsenal भी तोड़े and Fulham भी, और UCL ना क्वालिफाई करे तो 30 ओनर्स लीव करे क्लब को. नहीं लीव करेंगे भाई, ये अब तक नहीं छोड़े इतने. ऑलरेडी जब भी कंगाल हो गई है क्लब, इंटरेस्ट और लेवरेज बायआउट से ऑलमोस्ट 900 मिलियन पहुंच गया है नेट में नेगेटिव. अभी भी नहीं निकले तो अभी क्यों निकलेंगे? वो चैंपियनशिप में भी जाके नहीं छोड़ेंगे ये क्लब को भाई. Good to see Nathan. Not a good time for Hala United.
Hala United.
Hala GGMU. We are losing very badly. Do we have any confidence in our team? We're losing very badly. Okay. Let's start off with that. Okay. Thank you again, Akshay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much about the game on. Thank you. Are you confident about tomorrow? When I mean confident that we won't get smashed. Lose very
Yeah,
likely.
yeah. I'm confident we won't get smashed. Yeah, I am.
But
I
that,
am because I am
uh,
because at the end of the day, we still somehow show up, even though we are completely disjointed as a football club for these kind of games. Yeah. What do you think? I don't think we are. I don't think it's possible. Dude, listen, yeah, we are bad, but we have not been that bad in a long time. Let's be honest. Even when we finished 15th, if you go match by match, we have not been bad to the point where we are expecting 7-0. I don't know why should anything change tomorrow. Yeah, it's possible. Obviously, anything's possible, but I'm sure we'll be okay. Not that worried. Maybe it's all this clean air I'm breathing. I don't know. Could be that.
I यार मेरे लिए सिंपल चीज है आई फील कि अनएक्सपेक्टेड है अभी कैरेक कुछ भी खेल सकता है कोई भी एनीथिंग could be four in the back. Carrick could just be over smart and be like stick to three in the back because this team is not going to be okay with four. But he could do something on the sort of because it's Carrick. Not that I'm saying Carrick ki acumen is better than most of the managers because it's Carrick and he knows he could get away with it. And because it's a home match, he could very well try to leverage a very weird, the old it's a mix between what AC. I know I can't articulate this. I'm very sorry. It's a mix between what AC Milan used to play and a very old school three in the back. What this one used to try, man. So I'll give you my what I feel like. He could easily just suddenly transition from a three-man midfield into where one of the and we'll have three midfielders. He's going to let one of our, let's say, Casemiro or whoever he plays sit a little back with our defenders and he's going to, I think, play Luke Shaw on the wing along with Diego Dallo on the other side. I don't know why I feel he's going to do something weird. Like, not weird, he's going to try something like that because he has nothing to lose. We need a three-man midfield for sure. But he also knows that this team, if they go back to that four in the back right now, they struggle. And with City, they will struggle because Foden, Cherki, and Haaland will pick out the pockets between the midfield and the defense. Doesn't matter if it's four, doesn't matter if it's three, if you don't have those three midfielders. That's my thing. I don't know what he's going to do there. We don't have Delete. So we just have Maguire, Licha,
Yeah,
Heaven,
but it
Euro.
doesn't matter, dude. You have to back the manager. You have to back the manager, dude. 3-2-5. You know why it's a 3-2-5, right? Because it's a W up front, dude. That's how we're going to get. We're going to get a win also. Possible. I'm fully on vibes now. Yeah. After we survived Wolves, no, I said I'm going to go one game at a time. I'm very relaxed now. The stress of not losing to Wolves has risen off my shoulders. Now I don't. Now I'm okay. Because if we lost to Wolves, I think this conversation would have been very grim today. I just couldn't stomach losing the Wolves. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I don't care who was playing. I don't care who was managing. I just couldn't stomach it. Seriously. No, I'm relaxed. I'm just chilling. One game at a time. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Listen, it's like I said yesterday. You were live. Maybe you heard it when I said it. How bad can we possibly be from last season? If we are looking at it, if we are all feeling grim today, let's ask a real question. How bad can we be when we finish 15th last season? We're not going to get that bad. It is grim. There's no two ways about it, but it's not that grim. Therefore, I'm a little more positive. You know,
अगर जो रेलीगेशन का डर था यूनाइटेड फैंस को बाय द वे तो हम ऑलरेडी 32 पॉइंट्स पे है और 4 पॉइंट आ जाएगा तो सेफ्टी हो जाएगा.
it's not happening. None of that is happening. Wolves is horrible. They are okay. They won 2 games. Good for them. So as Sheffield Wednesday. Congratulations. West Ham have been horrible since they sacked Moyes because, quote unquote, they have a style of football they want to play. I don't know what that is, or I don't even know what that means, but let's be happy for them. Anyway, you need binoculars to watch them play when you sit in their stadium, so it's okay. Let them enjoy whatever style of football they are. Relegation football, it's being called right now. So let them enjoy that. It's not Grims, it's Grimsby Town. Who actually,
Like Grim.
what's
Still
the
quite
funny
Grim
thing?
to be honest.
What's the sad part? Grimsby Town has not lost an opening game in the cup competition, and we have. This is wonderful. Both cup competitions they're through now. Wonderful. Um, so yeah, man. I mean, like relegation's not happening. Not really worried about that. And I honestly think the bottom five teams are going to be there only. Probably going to be those same five bottom five. So I can't see us go below 10. So it's not that grim.
इंटरेस्टिंग कि आपने कॉन्वर्जेशन हाँ यहाँ से चालू किया तो कॉन्वर्जेशन यहाँ से ही रखते हैं. लेट्स गो बैकवर्ड्स. ठीक है. आई एम नॉट रेडी फॉर रियलिस्टिक यूनाइटेड फैन. Park the bus 5-5. Shesko hat-trick incoming. 5-3 to Haram ball. Listen, hat-trick doesn't mean scoring every 3 games. Huh? Hat-trick is
I
3 in one
just
game.
I also would just like him to like hold the ball when he gets passed to it. That would be a good start.
Yeah. We'll come back to the formation. अभी बात आगे चले गए.
Yeah.
तो मेरा पॉइंट वही था 3
Yeah,
midfield क्योंकि रॉड्री है. But can you believe our luck? The last time Rodri played properly was against us, and now again he's going to play properly with us. Like we're just that team. ना like सबका मतलब वो शनि पाप साफ धाप होके हमारे सामने ही आते हैं. Everyone comes back for us only. Like Rodri was last fit properly against us. After that, he got injured in the second half of our game or something or not, and then after that, one more game he played maybe,
Yeah.
and then he was gone.
See,
And now he
I
played the
think
last game, and this is his second game. Great for us, right?
see,
Amazing.
I honestly think people will make jokes and all about this, but when you play for a rival team and you play against us, I think there is added motivation to try and get fit for the games. I know people will, we will be there. I'll be there. The most shameless person will be there if it happens. But I really think people have this. See, people will say we are bad. People will say we haven't done anything, although we have technically won a lot more than probably 3 clubs in the last 5-6 years. Um, they get ready for us. Yeah? They prepare for it. They are up for it. Their injury suddenly heals. Like it's motivation to put a stamp on us. And no matter how bad people say we are, no, people are still motivated by such things. So it does not surprise me that he's going to be fully fit for our game. He probably looked out at his calendar and said, as long as I do my due diligence, I'll be ready for a big game to come back and prove my point that I'm still one of the best midfielders in the world. So it's not that surprising. Is it surprising how bad our luck is? Sure. That's the surprising part. That part I'll say is surprising. It's not surprising that someone wants to beat us in a football match.
Uh, okay, before I go back to what you were talking about, you want to get humiliated so that the loud, I think, irrespective first Feb conversation, अगर जो सिटी और आर्सेनल को हरा दे तो फर्स्ट फेब का प्रोटेस्ट वैसे भी कम होना नहीं चाहिए. वो लॉजिक से जो 1958 ग्रुप है वो ऐसे चुप नहीं बैठने वाली है. इरिस्पेक्टिव हम मिराकुलसली नेक्स्ट 3 मैच जीत जाए भाई तो भी वो चुप नहीं बैठेंगे. उनका भी मुद्दा समझ में आ गया उनको कि ये वाइस पे जीतेंगे 3 मैच भी. लॉजिकली कोई भी फैन यहाँ पे ये मैच देखता है 3 मैच, उनको मालूम है ये बिना प्लान के, बिना लॉन्ग टर्म सोल्यूशन के या फ्यूचर के खेली जा रही है. क्योंकि एक केयर टेकर मैनेजर को आपने इंटरिम मैनेजर को अपॉइंट किया है या केयर टेकर मैनेजर को, सॉरी, आपने एक केयर टेकर मैनेजर को 2 गेम के लिए डाल दिया अंडर 18 से. फिर उसको बोला गया था कि शायद आपको दूसरा गेम ना करने मिले. फिर आपने 2 लोगों के साथ बात की जो ऑलरेडी आपके क्लब के कोचेस रह चुके हैं और फिर भी आपको एक पूरा हफ्ता लगा जब आप 2 एकदम सीजन के टफ गेम खेलने वाले. तो वो चीज तो तैयारी है, नक्की हो गई है कि प्रोटेस्ट लाउड इसलिए होने वाले इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ क्या होना चाहिए रिजल्ट्स में. लेकिन मैं एक चीज मानता हूँ, नेथन, आई नो यू आल्सो एग्री विद दिस. At a certain point, I correct myself from ever telling what the local fans should do. I don't fucking have to go in the cold for every single match. If they decide to suddenly down the protest, if the things go well, it's their choice. If they choose to keep it up, it is their choice. What we can do is support in our way, right? Either way.
Agree. You can't tell people what to do here. See, Here's the truth. The truth of the matter is, if everybody doesn't show up for 5 games, they will start panicking. If we just shut down the Liverpool game and storm the pitch one time where Oli had to come and stop them, it took one game for everyone to get humbled. You do it for 3 to 5 games, it'll be it'll be a serious reckoning, because at the end of the day, the tension needs to be built up. If the tension is not built up, no, it's not going to work. And the fact that the 1958 who was sorry the 58 I should say, the 58 who has basically tried to be the barrier between the club and the fans who are fed up, by preaching be a real fan and whatever, be a support and all that, be positive and all. The fact that they come out and say they've had enough now means they understand that they were fighting a losing battle, and maybe a usurp is required, because normally these fan groups don't enjoy people like us, content creators, anybody who's negative, and they think we are negative so we can get views. um, at the fact that everyone has had enough now, from all points of view, whether we all agree with each other or not. I think it's a very positive sign that our club is not trying to understand that we are fed up, and I think pushing us in the direction of protest is really good, because these fan groups, Animesh, I'm sure I won't take any names, but I'm sure you have seen the content creators, right? They basically have a go at each other. They spend more time having a go at each other instead of actually focusing on how terrible our club is. You know, Granted, it's for views, but the fact that we can all sit here and agree that enough is enough, and let's just point our artillery at one direction, I think that is a really good thing. How effective it's going to be, I am not sure. I don't know. I'm curious to hear people in the chat, because February 1st is going to be a very interesting movement for us United fans. And hopefully, the pressure can start from here. Because if we don't start doing something about it, we are going to go further backwards. Qualifying for Europe is going to be the least of our problems. I don't know how Animesh feels about that, but yeah. All right, Animesh might be having some issues here, guys. I'll just take some of your chats. Um, Raz Hatka is saying Sir Gareth Southgate as United permanent manager. No, thank you. आपने पहले भी protest किया था ना? कुछ change हुआ? Sixer, see the difference is no, it wasn't well planned. It wasn't well planned, and I think we have given a lot of time for this protest. A lot of time and advance notice. By protest, we have to try our luck, Sixer. We don't have a choice. We have to. Nathan, Man United's buying Casado in the summer. Dude, just get rid of him. Sell him to Levante, dude. Don't try to make money off of it. Just get rid of him. Man United will win against City and Arsenal. Papu, it doesn't make any difference. We have a much bigger problem. Simple as that. How Sheffield Wednesday has 7 points negative. Chiranjeev, if I'm not mistaken, they have broken some rules and they might go into
Yeah.
administration, in fact. So it's the same thing that happened to Derby, basically. Derby County, when Rooney was managing it. If he had, I think, even one more extra game, I think he would have survived. He turned the tables, and I think he just got relegated with one game to spare. They were probably going to get relegated with like 12 games to spare, but then they tried to fight back. He retired, became the manager. Then he had no players. Then he had to train with the players. Almost got them over the hump. But people don't remember that. They go, Rooney got relegated with Derby. Nobody cares about context. But the same situation, Sheffield Wednesdays.
Context is not cool. It's very funny you brought that up. By the way, sorry, my internet decided to fuck up
Yeah,
again.
no problem.
I literally, when the stream started, I got up and I walked out to double check the internet because I'm like, I didn't check it today. Oh, everything seems good, hunky dory. Bang, throws me out of my own stream. Great shit. You're so well. आपने ये बोला रूनी के बारे में, क्योंकि रूनी के बारे में actually ना I've made a series of shorts I need to work on. because feedback from the chat has told me I need to put up more videos in the morning and do more shorts. And I've made a series on the things that we don't know about our United. A lot of it came from the fact that I'm so tired of our ex-players talking shit. नहीं, मुझे Nicky Butt और Paul Scholes और Roy King की बात नहीं करनी है. What they've said, we don't have to discuss it. I'm not going to discuss it. Nathan, if you want to talk about it, please you can do it. I don't want to give any light to it, me personally.
No.
But if you want to talk about it, you can. So chat में अगर जो आपको देखना है what they said about, I don't give a shit. I'll just say this: yes, our defense is not great, but I will not. Apart from where you highlighted the mistakes, Lenny ने जो mistakes की है, Heaven ने जो mistakes की है, they are young. I am not going to say anything about our defense. Neither am I going to say anything about Lisandro Martinez or any one of them for that matter of fact, man. Like, look, what Luke Shaw done his best. He stayed fit. Okay, World Cup, yeah, ha. थक गया वो भी जोक से भाई. He stayed fit. He almost stopped walking. He almost like lost his leg. खेल रहा है, खेलने दो भाई, छोड़ो. इंजर होके जाता है, जाने दो. मुझे बात ही नहीं करनी यार. सबको मालूम है अर्लिंग हालैंड is the best number 9 in the world right now, bar none. Respectfully to people who think Mbappe plays there, so Mbappe becomes the best number 9 or whatever
No,
he
for
does.
me it's still Harry Kane.
I think Harry Kane, again, I'll tell you one thing, Nathan, I don't buy the whole Bundesliga excuse. Bundesliga में है इसलिए Harry Kane goal मारता
I mean,
है.
he did it in the
Harry
Premier
Kane,
League, no, but
he did it in
to
the
be
thing is
fair.
because we saw it in the Premier League. Then he obviously has accelerated his numbers because it's Bundesliga.
Yeah.
But it's not like he went from scoring 15 goals a season in the Premier League to scoring 30 goals there, na? He went from scoring 25, 28 goals to like 35, 38 goals because of what the nature of the opposition. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Also, respectfully, look at the players around him. Luis Diaz and him are. If I was Son Heung-min, I would be very jealous of my friendship with
Yeah.
Harry Kane, because Luis Diaz is taking the whole left side
Yeah.
link up with Harry Kane right now. So yes, I would say for me it's Haaland for me now. I think it's just untouchable. The matches that he has failed, City just looked terrible, just terrible. He's single-handedly looking like he's carrying City through all the injuries. And even though Foden or Cherki or Rodri fit है, लेकिन जो मैच में वो खेल रहे नहीं है बराबर और हालांड गोल नहीं मार पा रहा, they're done. It's Haaland or bus carrying Man City. It's a big deal, I feel, in a Pep Guardiola team. So I'm giving that guy respect to his name now. I think he deserves it. Harry Kane is still there. Lewandowski is still there. They're at the peak of their game. Lewandowski probably towards the end, maybe. I don't know. But I think it has to be Haaland now. I just think it's Haaland now. I don't know why. Maybe Harry Kane gets one last hurrah after Lewandowski leaves to Barca. Maybe. He deserves it. Harry Kane deserves it. But non-PR guys in Barca or Madrid, I just don't see it. But yeah. So I don't want to talk about the legends, what they said. This is what I just think about our teams. Whatever you think, Haaland loves scoring against United irrespective. देख लेंगे यार, वो तो मालूम ही है. वो स्कोर प्रेडिक्शन के ऊपर आते हैं यार. Now let's go back. Thank you for taking the chats while I was gone. I know there are a lot of chats still, so I'll take a few. 115 viewer count. Haha, smart joke. If Sheffield broke rules, doesn't that mean Everton get deducted points? Everton also got deducted points already. They got a -6 last season. Everton got deduction mila, Nottingham Forest got deduction mila.
Wait, unless they have to get more. Maybe that's what he means.
So they are going to potentially get another -3 at least. If not this season, then next season, unless they are able to wrap the books up. यूसीएल में क्वालिफाई करेंगे तो प्लेयर्स का अट्रैक्ट करेंगे. सबसे बड़ी क्वालिटी करनी पड़े, फिक्स सब मिलता है. यूसीएल मस्ट है. तो यूसीएल मस्ट है, बट दिक्कत क्या है कि ये वो यूसीएल में पहुंचने से और यूसीएल में टिकने में दिक्कत है. ये टीम की हैसियत यूरोपा लीग की एक सीजन की है. एक सीजन यूरोपा लीग में थोड़ा थम के बैठो. और I'm going to call another one of these guys. I was talking to this guy called Semperfi Arsenal. I don't know if you know on Twitter. Very this thing. Prathamesh was talking to him. He has very interesting thoughts to share about the whole Carrick and the United rebuild. I'll get him on the stream one day also. Just very interesting. Protest से हो गया क्या? I might be wrong. United fans ने पहले भी protest किया है and didn't change anything. अरे Ineos आई तो खरी protest के वजह से. Massive protest से वो लोग ने United Liverpool का गेम कैंसिल कराया था भाई. आप भूल गए? Protest ने बहुत help किया in the past. So do not under assume. Maguire, I feel, is more confident playing in the 3 at the back. He played it at England also so well. Na? That's a big conundrum. That's why Southgate loved him so much. Defenders cover it. Bro, if they get Southgate in the summer and start playing 3. No, I don't want to go there. With one
I'm not watching. There's nothing to go. I'm supporting Napoli from now on.
If he commits with one along with him, might be a problem. So he won't be starting, I feel. So that's what I said. But let's go backwards, ठीक है? सॉरी नेथन बेबी एंड एनी भाई, ऑफिस में ऑलरेडी 3 बार पकड़ लिया है मेरे प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर ने. आता हूँ ब्रेक के. भाई ये सब कांड मत करो भाई, प्लीज प्लीज. अगर जब काम पे हो, कॉलेज में हो और कॉलेज में ये किसी ने टोमी दैट सामान, मैं कॉलेज में चुपचाप पीछे बेंच पे देख रहा हूँ, लाइक मत करो मेरे लिए, किसी और के मेरे लिए मत करो, डोंट बी ऑन योर एग्जाम एंड डू ऑल ऑफ दिस एंड
Yeah.
वर्क मैन, जस्ट वॉच इट लेटर. You will always be Manchester United, will bring out the best on rivals. The fact is that we will remain so. Fair. They want to show up to motivated to just put us 6 feet under. I can take that argument. Yes. Doku masterclass and you will get laid. You mean Doku masterclass and United fans will get respectively individually laid? Take it. We'll take it. No complaints. What's wrong with that? Do you think Maguire should start? So come to this. So only way United get a point from the City attackers miss their chances. City attackers ने भाई last 3 गेम में FA Cup छोड़ के chances ही miss किए. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Possible है. Just saying. Don't look at Exeter City as the wow 10-1. Which is why I'm like I'm not anticipating a drubbing. मैंने joke किया है stream में साथ में. In rivalry room I joked with Pranay bhai. I'm like so 9-0. So conversation started to mess around. I don't think we're going to get humiliated genuinely. At the same time, I am not confident that we're going to win. Nathan won't get unless it's Dallo. See, yeah, these people take it very seriously. A support for a player. Thank you. Okay, Nathan, backwards to where you were is a very interesting point. The lowest you think we will go is 11th.
I don't think we'll even go below 10th.
क्योंकि मुझे hypotheticals करना बहुत पसंद है और सुनील को बहुत पसंद नहीं है. Since Sunil is not on the stream when I'm doing hypotheticals, I will do it.
Okay.
Plus, minus. And
We should all three do one together. I'm very curious to hear his takes on things.
He will. He's just doing his all short format 30-day thing.
Yeah,
I think he's almost done.
Mhm.
So yeah. So अभी ब्राइटन 29 पे है, एवर्टन 29 पे है, पैलेस 28 पे है, टॉटनहम 27 पे है. रियलिस्टिकली थिंग्स गो वेरी बैड फॉर अस. टॉटनहम हमारे ऊपर आ सकती है क्योंकि हम 32 पे, वो 27, 5 पॉइंट डिफरेंस. ठीक है. लेकिन पैलेस एवर्टन are not going to be above us this season. It's not happening. No matter how bad things get. So essentially, let's say Tottenham comes up and you swap. So yeah, 11th is the worst. Because let's say Sunderland keeps chipping away and taking points from people. AFCON is done. Sunderland, by the way, without AFCON have sustained. They've gone from like 5th to 10th. Which on
no, but
points
Animesh, you know, when you lose players to AFCON, you should automatically just lose games, no? Don't you know how it works, Animesh? You know. Bro, this is the thing. No, the energy is never the same. To defend people's poor performances, no, the energy is never the same thing. Sunderland by far lost the more important players and the most players in the Premier League for AFCON. The fact that they are 2 points behind us, no one says anything. But if you say something negative about our manager, people just say you're him out. I don't buy that theory, man. We played 16th, 19th, and 20th when they were in those positions in the league. We got 3 draws. That day when Darren Fletcher drew with Burnley, apparently if Amarim was there, we would win. Why? We didn't beat Leeds or Wolves either. Why? I don't get it. Like, someone explain to me the logic in the theory. There is no explanation. That's the truth. But Sunderland can maintain, but United can't. Now people will say Sunderland has a better team than us. Like, okay, yeah, this is the thing. No, this is when you said Sunderland and maintain. No, I just realized that. I think they lost 7 players to AFCON.
I mean, breaking it down, 3 starters and 4 squad players. But yeah, 7.
Bro, and we lost Ahmad Mbeumo and Mazraoui, who plays or doesn't play. He's basically not played only our season this year. We lost 2 starters and Mazraoui. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It was. I can only agree with the argument of Bruno Fernandes missing. Respectfully, it matters.
No, Bruno Fernandes, he misses 1 game, we miss him. Everybody else, though, there's no excuse.
Yeah. Fair play.
Even if all these players play, no, and we don't have Bruno Fernandes, we'll say we don't have Bruno Fernandes. So that's how it is.
Mount, Bruno, Delict. Okay, fair.
Did you like my but Delict, dude, Mount has missed more games than Luke Shaw. See, these are the examples I don't want to hear only. These are not the accurate. And Rio Ferdinand openly said he keeps changing the back 3. Who's to say Delict would have played all the games? Who's to say? That's the other problem. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't, but I'm saying he's done that. But this is the issue here. I mean, we have to, it is what it is.
Conference
So
League.
Conference League is very likely, very
It's
likely.
1 second. Man, look, what is this shit, dude? Okay, there we go. Ah, it's volatile season. We would rather finish 6 and 8. More even that, we would have been a fair finish. Carrick will finish between 6 and 10. He won't improve anything. Anything is hard. Is PNP on vacation? I mean, उसका job normal job वापस शुरू हो गया. दिसंबर में छुट्टी थी. But as and when आ जाएगा वापस. Honestly, ये हफ्ते rivalry room की shoot Wednesday को थी और अभी हम Wednesday को करते हैं हमारा episode तो tough था. But yeah. Look, Nathan, I can go both ways. I can agree chat के साथ कि missing Dillit, unfortunately, he became very crucial to our defense after the first 6-7 matches. So Dillit, I understand the miss, but मैं disagree करूंगा यहाँ पे मेसन माउंट पे, क्योंकि मेसन
Mason Mount
माउंट ने प्रॉमिस दिखाया पहले 5-6-7 मैचेस में, फिर अपने आप सेस्को कुनिया बूमो को खेलने लगा, फिर कुनिया इंजर्ड हो गया, माउंट इंजर्ड होने के टाइम फिर कुनिया इंजर्ड हो गया, फिर से माउंट को टीम में लाया उसने, फिर हो गया माउंट बूमो और शेस्को, फिर शेस्को इंजर्ड हो गया, फिर आया जोक्सी. सो इन जनरल मैं बोलूंगा द राइट वे टू लुक एट दिस स्ट्रक्चर की पॉइंट्स ड्रॉप कहाँ पे हुए. इट इज अगेन सिंपली फ्रॉम द फैक्ट कि हमने एक फिक्स्ड स्टार्टिंग 11 नहीं खेल पाए. सिस्टम छोड़ दो, सिस्टम इज अनदर प्रॉब्लम ऑल टुगेदर. लुक एट द नंबर ऑफ कंसिस्टेंट स्टार्टिंग 11 जो हमने खेले. आपके जो 3 ब्लॉकबस्टर साइनिंग है उन्होंने साथ में मिलकर आई थिंक 4 मैच खेले, इफ एट ऑल, राइट, barely 4. Cunha injured, Sesko injured, Bumo missed 2 games, 1 game, and rotation, and then Sesko got injured again. So you can argue all of these factors are a bigger reason as to where we are, and Dillit missing, and Bruno missing. But I agree with Nathan's thing also कि just Ahmad and Bumo जो हमारा right hand side है, we could have managed it little better. He could have given chance to Shea Lacey. हमने already बहुत बार discuss किया. I don't want to go back into this, right? We could have definitely been 4 points more, and everyone agrees with this. If you were 4 points more, you would currently be sitting in 4th. That's it. End of discussion. Finishing about Nathan बोल रहा था कि ब्रैंडफोर्ड को यहाँ से निकाल दो, ब्रैंडफोर्ड गिर जाएगी for sure. न्यूकासल नहीं.
Think so?
Yeah, Brentford will fall. Brentford will fall. Squad is too thin. I know कि वो बाकी कोई. The thing with Brentford is like last season के Palace, they're not playing in Europe. Brentford is last season's Palace. But last season की Palace जो team थी had Eze still. They had more X factor. This team outside Thiago has no X factor left. Sade, Thiago. Very minimalistic. One punt injury here or there and the squad is pretty done, if you ask me. They survive without Otara though. They got Otara from Bournemouth and they survive without Otara right now. But I still feel that it's a matter of if not when. Sorry, yeah, it's a matter, yeah, whatever. You get it, right? Not a matter of if. It's going to happen, it's just when. When is it going to happen? So let's say United go, Chelsea will be above us. Sunderland
Chelsea
might
actually
be-
have to play Brentford this week, so it'll actually be a tough game.
So my bro, I'll be on. So I think Nathan जो बोल रहा है सही है. 10th is our lowest finish technically as of now. Could get worse, but I think 10th is our worst case. Even what Pranav वही बोल रहा है ना.
Yeah.
6 to 10 is what Pranav said. So you're right, Nathan. My opinion is one of Europe dynamic is Harry Kane. I think he
I
has
agree.
come back.
I
Okay.
agree.
चैनल का इंस्टाग्राम अभी के लिए फिलहाल हम अलग से खोलने वाले हैं. अभी के लिए टेक्निकली वी द MUSCM पेज, बट लाइक आई सेड इट्स अ बिट ऑफ टू थिंग्स. So probably going to start a whole separate page now. And Fletcher and better squad against Leeds and Burnley. We had 3 black players. Yeah, so again, हम ये नहीं बोल रहे कि we should have definitely had a smashing match. What Nathan is trying to say is we could have gone for a smashing grab at least, just not lost. So बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं Nathan on top that Sunderland play very defensively. United don't. I know United don't mean to play defensively, but we play quite defensive. Let's be honest. But again, I would say कि I would take the draw against Leeds because Leeds beat everybody or drew everybody outside of City. So the Leeds draw away भी है. Leeds का away draw है ना, तो मैं थोड़ा stomach कर सकता हूँ. फिर भी मैं गुस्सा हूँ क्योंकि सेस्को 1-2 रन अच्छा मारता तो वो सच्ची वो गेम ले सकते थे. बट बर्नली एंड वुल्व्स टेरेबल. आई मीन लाइक बर्नली के सामने सेस्को रन्स मारा था, सब कर रहा था, बट नो वन इज फाइंडिंग हिम ओनली अगेन. इट्स लाइक दिस टीम, आई स्वेयर, जब स्ट्राइकर रन मारता है ना, दे डोंट फाइंड द स्ट्राइकर, एंड व्हेन द फकिंग टीम इज लुकिंग फॉर द स्ट्राइकर, ही इज AWOL. आई डोंट गेट इट, डूड. आई जस्ट डोंट गेट इट. You know, Can I be honest with you? It's an unpopular opinion I want to introduce because I know you will have a very good say on this. You know, Saka is partly responsible, I feel, for Gyökeres's shit show. You really look
Yeah,
at the quality of chances Saka was trying to put in even against Chelsea.
yeah.
आपको लगता है चैट genuinely कि if you look, I know अगर जो build up plays more Giroud-esque of France की hold up
Mhm.
करेगा दो center back को Gyökeres and then they will go, but I feel there are very easy passes sometimes that they miss Gyökeres. Am I wrong?
I mean, I would agree. I would agree. But at the same time, it's like if you think about it, Mikel Marino is just outperforming him as a striker whenever he gets a chance. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying we have bought the wrong players. I don't know if Animesh is there or not. So I'll just
I'm
keep
there. I'm
talking.
there.
Oh,
I
okay,
know
okay.
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
problem. So no.
I
I
felt a
just
glitch
wanted to
when I
cut.
feel a glitch.
No,
I just
no.
put my camera off to
No.
stabilize.
It's fine. I just want to make sure. No, so uh, a lot of people are saying we should have got Gyökeres. Amarim would have gotten the best out of Gyökeres because obviously the Sporting link, and Arsenal were interested in Sheshko because last year at the end of the season in the last game, his manager was sitting there at the Emirates Stadium or whatever. There was a picture at least of it. But at the end of the day, when you hear everything, I believe that same Gyökeres manager basically said he's already made up his mind to join Arsenal. So that was really confusing because I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thing. There's a lot of crisscross information that I don't quite understand how to put together because if you listen to Gyökeres and his manager, apparently he made up his mind. If you listen to what we said, apparently we've been scouting Seshko for 5 years, which I can't really remember us doing at all. But
बिल्कुल I
then
it's 5 years. 5 years technically we were still
bro,
just
like
about 20
5 years
over
he was a
Haaland.
child, bro. I've never been. I mean, like
Fish.
whatever. Yeah, let's
Okay, fair.
assume. Let's just assume it's that is the accurate. And then the other thing is, Sheshko's agent last year was at the Emirates, interested in doing a deal. Sheshko wants to go to Arsenal, fan, whatever the logic was. There's so much crisscross information that you don't know who's right. So, and now when you look at it, people are going, maybe we should have done that because for, the Sporting Lisbon, Gyökeres, Amarim links, and Sheshko apparently was going to Arsenal last year. So I don't really know what's going on there. And I also wonder if that has something to do with everybody's performances as well. See, Harshit is saying we were doing it since 2019. 2019 would make him what? 7 years ago. What
17.
would that make him? 16 years
17.
old?
17.
I don't know, man. But so yeah, so
हमारे
apparently there
लिए
was a lot of cross information. No, I'm talking about at the beginning. He didn't want
yeah
Gyökeres. He wanted Watkins. The second choice was Danny Welbeck. God, yeah. Of course, Danny Welbeck had to knock us out of the FA Cup. What luck, yeah. We have horrible luck. Just horrible luck. But yeah. Yeah, you're back. I don't know. Vivel bought him to Red Bull Salzburg when he was 16.
yeah Vivel has bought him everywhere man. Vivel is Vivel's guy, so I don't think ये जो scouting हमने अलग से scout of course यार look one thing I'll tell you chat की scouting कैसे होती है scouting के बारे में बोलता हूँ मैं आपको स्काउटिंग ऐसे चलती है कि भाई बहुत सारे टॉप स्काउट्स होते हैं रीजन्स में एंड ऑब्वियसली सेस्को उसकी हाइट बिल्ड और वो उम्र के टेक्निकल एबिलिटी के हिसाब से विल बी ऑन टॉप ऑफ एवरी स्काउट्स लिस्ट और वो अलग स्काउट अलग अलग क्लब्स के लिए काम करते हैं तो बहुत सारे क्लब्स के शॉर्ट लिस्ट होते हैं ना हर एक क्लब में शॉर्ट लिस्ट होता है ऐसे नहीं है कि हर एक क्लब में होता है शेस्को एट द बॉटम व्हाट द फक हु एल्स कैन वी गेट वो न्यूकासल करती है ऐसे व्हेन दे वेंट टू वॉल्टमोर रिस्पेक्टफुली वाल्टर मोडे ने बहुत अच्छा पेशेंस और बहुत अच्छी टेनेसिटी दिखाई है नंबर्स ही हैज लेस ओके ही डज डेफिनेटली हैव लेस नंबर्स वाल्टर मोडे बट वाल्टर मोडे ने न्यूकासल को बहुत संभाल लिया आफ्टर ही जॉइन विद ऑल द लैक ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन और द फैन फेयर सो अगर जो शेस्को किसी हमारे पुराने लिस्ट में था तो हो सकता है बट we weren't specifically after him इसलिए Vivel got him because Vivel wanted him and Vivel is looking after this guy please understand that don't blindly defend that bit at least और ये बहुत कॉमन होता है कि प्लेयर्स एंड डायरेक्टर ऑफ फुटबॉल उनके रिलेशनशिप्स वेरी कॉमन विद एजेंट्स Mikel Arteta wanted Šeško, but what I wanted to ask is proven. I do not think there's any way, if you know Mikel Arteta, that he wanted Šeško over Gyökeres. I know that दोनों linked थे. I think he was okay with either. But either way, the conversation is going too much into that.
Hmm.
Yes, manager say in scouting department the distinction we need to understand. Yeah, sure,
Can
fair
I
enough.
can I ask you something, Animesh? You know, a lot of
Yes.
people say the manager has not backed Amarim and all that, right? And then, before he was relieved of his duties, he had some. I believe I'll paraphrase. He basically said, "You don't get all the accurate information. I am the manager of Manchester United, not the head coach." Now, Animesh, this is the thing, right? This is our life. This club is our life, right? And some people are young here, some people might even be older than us, so maybe they'll have even more information. But the last time I remember, if I can remember it correctly, we were told three people were going to be in charge of transfers. We were told because of the Eric Ten Hag veto issue that led to eventually David De Gea going and then other players not coming in and whatnot, that they don't want a coach to have all this power.
Yeah.
So as far as I remember, the moment he got sacked, we were going to get a head coach. They didn't want the then manager to have the same power as the new manager. So when he says we don't have our information right, even though we were told before Amarim was picked, we were just told that we had that information before we knew who's coming in. I see you guys receive selective info. Thank you, Sir Harshit. That's what he said. Yes, thank you. So I am wondering now, how is it selective information? Because we were told before you were hired. So now who is telling the truth? And quite honestly, I believe Amaram. I don't believe anything about this management anyway. But the sad part in this case is I remember them saying that we are going to have a head coach and he's not going to have the same power as the old coach did. So now I'm just wondering, because we are all talking about that, people in the chat like Ethan and all are saying you have to blame management. They didn't back Amarim. But
Uh,
then I remember you saying in a couple of streams ago, nobody has been quote unquote backed. So that excuse cannot stay completely. So my question simply to you is, whatever position we finish this season, do you think we are going to get the return of a manager, or are we going to continue with the head coach role? Because if I'm being frank with you, I want Barada and Wilcox sacked. Sacked.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't want Barada sacked. I feel this
Okay.
club needs a lethal business-minded CEO who's a CEO. And I don't think he was just a very good CEO on paper because he was Man City CEO कि बहुत पैसा था इसलिए you know
Hmm.
what they're trying to now spin it off as कि पैसा वाला club था ना तो उसके लिए आसान था so he looked better than he was. I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. He keeps his mouth shut most of the time. The time he came and gave an interview was when he was really asked to give an interview about his outline for the club.
Hmm.
He wasn't smiling and beating and thumping his chest and giving that interview. Oh, we will be Project 21. He's like, this is what I am outlining. I'm a business person. This is what I have an outlook for. Basically, CEO आके क्लब अपने कंपनी का आउटलाइन दे रहा है. फिर बोलता है कि I have appointed people in place, the other team in place, and now it's their job to get us there. I like that bit, respectfully. Have you heard any murmurs about him at all? Have you heard any rumors about? I mean, it shouldn't be because there is a now. Honestly, it's not like the Woodward era where Woodward would be named everywhere for everything. Barada is not Woodward, and that's the whole point. There
Yeah.
should be a director of football, academy head, extra, etc., right? Whatever, scouting head.
Hmm.
I think Wilcox is either the problem or Wilcox is either confused. So Wilcox, we all know, was not director of football. It was Dan Ashford.
Yeah.
I think Wilcox, by show of force, has been thrusted with more responsibility because they couldn't get a director of football. They couldn't afford a director of football, which is even sadder. So they told him from being the academy liaison, academy, whatever the shit he was supposed to leave, and work with the scouting team. They were a director of football and academy recruitment along with Vivel. So they basically told Wilcox, hey, you work with the academy. Why don't you become the director of football so you make sure along with Vivel that you get players who only work in our academy? Logically, ये अच्छा होना चाहिए. Logically, it makes sense. But I don't know the guy has the nose to handle the whole thing. So he was director of football at Southampton, right? Before he came and he did the whole
Yeah.
switch.
He must have told Russell Martin that Tyler Dibling's leg is worth 50 million. That's why Russell Martin also decided to say that to the press.
एंड एट साउथहैम्पटन रिस्पेक्टफुली साउथहैम्पटन बहुत यंगस्टर्स प्रोड्यूस करती है जो कंट्री में बड़े बड़े अदर दूसरे क्लब ले लेते हैं लेकिन बेचने के लिए ग्रूम करना टैलेंट and let's see how successful those guys get now versus grooming that talent at Manchester United to get into our team, two different things. I feel it's very soon to judge him on that, but I feel if there is the odd man out over here, then it becomes one and only Vivel. I think Vivel getting this recruitment is a bit problematic. I agree with the overall thing कि चलो आपको जनवरी में कोई चाहिए, आपको जनवरी में कोई किसी को लाना नहीं है क्योंकि आपके रिक्रूटमेंट कह रही है कि कोई अच्छा प्लेयर नहीं है हमारे बजट में और टीम के स्ट्रक्चर, लॉन्ग टर्म स्ट्रक्चर, कौन मैनेजर आएगा. बट अरे यू एसोल्स, यू आर सपोज टू हैव द लॉन्ग टर्म स्ट्रक्चर है, इसलिए तो आपने कोच रखा है, मैनेजर नहीं. तो मतलब लॉन्ग टर्म भी आप जिसी को लाओगे समर में, वो लॉन्ग टर्म कोच रहेगा, मैनेजर नहीं. तो आपके लिए जो आपने हमको कन्विंस किया है ना, जब कन्विंस्ड अस नेथन, दे कन्विंस्ड ऑन चैट, हमको क्या कन्विंस किया है कि हम क्लब के ऐतिहासिक हिसाब से, हम क्लब के एक स्ट्रिक्ट फॉर्मेशन है, फ्लेक्सिबल दो फॉर्मेशन के हिसाब से 12 साल के अकेडमी प्लेयर से लेके फ्रेश रिक्रूटमेंट जो सीनियर प्लेयर्स है, सबको एक स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल के लिए रिक्रूट करेंगे. मतलब अडेप्टेबल, ऑब्वियसली नॉट वन स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल. तो फिर क्यों वेट कर रहे हो आप लॉन्ग टर्म अपॉइंटमेंट के लिए? So, which is what I'm saying, that I get your anger. So I would still say Wilcox deserves it. Barada's out of this. This is not Barada's responsibility.
Yeah.
Barada's handling commercials. But
Hmm.
director of football, and if you want, I'm trying to be devil's advocate, so I would say Wilcox
Yeah.
takes some less blame. Who signed Dorgu? Was it Vivel?
See, this is another thing I feel very uncomfortable talking about, because when you say something, people just say you're being harsh.
Could be.
Because
I don't
people-
know.
no,
Yeah, wait. It could be he got sacked
No.
for this. I don't know. But for what? Okay, Nathan, what is our sample size? Dorgu.
So
Sheshko.
I have something to ask about Dogu actually. Did you know? So people say Amarim, it was an Amarim's choice to buy Dogu, right? Like that is some people say. I wouldn't say everyone says it. I have one question to ask you about Dogu. We broke the transfer record to sign Patrick Dogu, right? We both
No?
Leche's transfer record. Sorry,
Lecture
to
transfer
assign.
record, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Do you know what was the record before that, by any chance?
10-12 million.
No. Do you know who was the record player signing before that? The record player sell. Martin Yulmand. Why does that sound familiar? You know, I was talking to I was on the United Road and I blew his mind with because when he was shocked. I'm like, doesn't that name sound familiar to you? He went to Sporting Lisbon. And I was like, yeah, I wonder. Though it sounds like a Vivel signing, doesn't it? No, but that's why I say I don't know. And you know, honestly, I don't understand how people can make the assumption of how does that matter, Naman? Because we are talking about who bought Patrick Dogu. That's how it matters. That is why I got that. Just relax, bro. Let me cook. Relax, man. So relax. No, so I was wondering because a lot of people said he didn't want Dogu. I'm like, seems weird that he's responsible for breaking the transfer record twice in the same club. And both are his players. So who actually bought Patrick Dogu? Because now we are throwing it on Vivel, right? Allegedly. Yulmund, yes, Harshit. So now I'm starting to think, wait a minute. We are just going to blame the management every time a signing goes bad now? That's the strategy now? Interesting to me. So Ruben getting paid under the table. Warlord absolutely hates him. I just hear him say he defends all the Portuguese guys. I actually don't, but I just don't trust management more. They've been lying to us way before they have done anything useful in our club. If you go back and see the really old interviews, you see all the lies, all the inaccuracies come out interview after interview. Me and Animesh have discussed many of them over the last 6-7 months. But don't you find that weird? Don't you find it? Don't you find it remotely weird? Because people constantly say they didn't want this player. It's the management fault. I find it really awkward. I find it really interesting, the Dogu Yulman thing. Because it makes me wonder, has he been watching Lecce play because they play a similar style, and that's how he got Yulmund and Dogu in the first place? I find it strangely coincidental at the very least.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Bro, tell me, when's the last time we looked at the 13th place Italian team for anybody? Anybody? They were 13th at the time. When is the last time we looked that low down the table of a different league?
But to be fair, you could argue this because now I will tie up Nathan का जो point है और मेरा जो point है, and we'll come into the Manchester derby after this very quickly. I'm going to tie up all these three. I'm going to tie up these two comments with Nathan's point. So this, when we didn't have the setup, we were crying for the setup. Now that we do, we want people sacked. What a club, man! Just because one scammer him gave polarizing presser just to get sacked. Fair enough, Naman. लग रहा है कि Amorim on the way out आग लगा के जा रहा था. I can entertain this conversation.
Yeah.
But I can tell you one thing as well. A competent Naman, I don't care that you think the manager, you didn't like him or didn't like him. It's okay. It's your choice. I don't care about that bit because that's not what we should be caring about as a United club fan, like as fans, right? When a manager comes and says that, and आपने decide किया उसके पहले to sack him, ठीक है? क्योंकि आपने disagree किया about the style of football. अगर जो आप एक competent top 3, top 4 club setup हो, आप allow ही नहीं करेंगे उसको sack होना. आप उसको बोलेंगे तेरे को निकलना है, तू निकल. We will not pay you anything. So that is why I'm not crying about the setup. I'm just letting, in my opinion, what I think is that they are still guilty about handling this very poorly. But I disagree with Nathan. I don't think Wilcox is the big problem. My question mark is well because we don't have enough information. So to round up that bit along with your point and what Nathan was saying. A competent board, any decent coach, what's important, the alignment between the two. We need someone like David Gill more than Ferguson at this point. Bang on. So
excellent point.
Unfortunately, head coaches, managers, whatever आपको देखना है, I think the future ये club में manager तो कोई नहीं आएगा. And by short term, I mean at least 5 years. So let's forget about that. Luis Enrique project, which is why I've been saying it for all this time on the stream, unless ये कहाँ से बैंक से लूट के 600 million बैंक में डाल दे, it is not going to happen. Next, someone said on top that Amorim was backed. Please understand, Dhiren, Amorim was not back alone. The club didn't have players. They had to sign 3 players anyway. Now, are you telling me all 3 were Amorim signings? No. Everyone knows Shesko was Amorim signing, but that's okay. Because you are partially right, Dhiren, that he got Cunha. Bumo he did not mind क्योंकि उसको 2 number 10 चाहिए थे. उसको पूछा गया था कि what will you want? उसने clearly हमको ये press conference में बोला कि I am going to Højlund is training very hard, which means that was his way of saying I am going to keep Højlund in this team. I don't care. I want 2 number 10s. I want 2 attackers. But the board and Barada, because Barada came from City, they have a policy of retaining money from players. I'll tell you all one thing. We are still going to get 40 million for Højlund despite all the floppery that we've spoken about. Clearly a business sense move. So they overrode Amorim over there, which again, it's fine, it's fair. But let's talk about facts as they are. They overrode Amorim and told him, nope, bye-bye Højlund, we want to make some money off you instead of letting you dud for 1 more year and going for 20 million. Fair, I don't like it, but the club is in turmoil. Vivel is like, buddy, we've got Shesko. Let's give him 2 years. We'll stabilize. Shesko will be a baller. Okay. To be fair, Shesko, 68 million pounds plus 78 million overall. Not the worst deal. Okay, not the worst deal. Potentially could go up to 82. That is plus. कभी पहुंचेगी यूनाइटेड मुझे नहीं मालूम वहां पे, but ठीक है. Amorim, where you can say he was back, Nathan, is where sometimes I also am guilty to a fault as a fan. Despite some very questionable results against Brentford, like Everton, they've come out and said, we want a manager to stay three years.
Yeah.
That is what I mean. So, Dhiren agar jab bolo ki he was backed. That's how he was backed. So, he was backed in the media. I wanted, in fact, Wilcox or someone to come out and say, we've got Amorim's back so the media pressure stops. Or Nathan, if you remember, till the Bruno interview came out, because they wanted to cause some trouble about the October interview, the press had gone quiet for a month. They were like, fuck, what do we do now? The Jim Ratcliffe has come and said, Keen, hum to nahi nikal rahe isko. It shut people down. I was like, wow, what ownership. I agree with you there also, Dhiren. You are not wrong. Amorim was backed, which no other managers publicly got backed since Alex Ferguson has left. Okay, no one's got backed. But if you're telling me that Dorgu and 3 attackers is backing, I'm sorry. That is not squad depth. I don't care if we were only going to play 38 games. We needed a midfielder. The board did a coin toss saying that we want Højlund out for Shesko. Fine, they're thinking about the long-term sustenance of the club. Okay, but they got it wrong. We needed a midfielder. It did not work out. It is okay that way. Okay, Amorim fucked up, board fucked up, both fucked up. Okay, Amorim gone, manager doesn't come in the equation hierarchy. So my point still remains, Nathan. Don't you think this point is still wrong that we didn't add to the squad? We didn't give. We had to anyway get players because we let go of players.
Hmm.
Rashford left, Sancho left, Hoyland had to go. So we had to at least get 3 players.
See, the problem with that is the positions of those players. We weren't playing with wingers anymore. That is the problem. We got rid of 3 wingers, which we don't technically. I don't know what we do now, but we didn't technically play at the time when it happened. See, the thing is, no, I keep harping back to this one point that even I am worried about this season. The further down the table we are, the less people will want to come here, which means we will have a squad depth quality issue, and we won't have money to buy them. So my issue is, whatever you think about the players, the manager, the management, whatever, if we don't finish Europe back to back first time ever, where is the money to add the squad? People see it's very easy to say add to the squad depth. Sure, we all have thought about that. But to be absolutely honest, if we if we don't finish in favorable positions where we get additional income, how do you spend money on squad depth? You are essentially saying, Animesh, that we have to buy squad players next season because and listen, whatever you think about the old
No, no,
regime,
no.
he,
We
he
don't.
sat
I'm
he
saying
sat in a
again,
bar
I'm
and
assuming
basically.
Luke Shaw. Sorry, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, and Xerxia leaving. So that's again
Yeah.
replacing. We're not even talking about squad depth. We're talking about replacing.
Yeah, exactly. No, so my issue is anyway that now, like either way, if you look at it, if we finish outside, we will only able to replace. We won't able to add because whether you like it or not, in the previous regime, I keep forgetting which fellow it was, which donkey it was that sat at the bar and basically got caught on video saying nonsense. But he wasn't saying nonsense. He was being honest because now 3 years later, you see it. He was telling the truth. Like we don't have to like the person. We can admit when he's right, but he basically said if we continue to be out of Europe, we will not have money to buy all these players. So you tell me, whatever, if we finish out of Europe again, where do we have money to buy, to add? To replace, we'll have because we'll have no choice. But to add, where are we going to get the money from? Also, these players are going on a free. It's not like we're getting money for it. When we say the word replace, we're actually technically adding because they're going for free. You're going for free. It's not replacing. You're buying players to add to the squad. It's not a Hoyland Sheshko thing where you get money for it at the end. These guys are going. We aren't getting any money. Wages free honge. Dude, Luke Shaw gets 100. Harry Maguire gets 150. And who was the third? Casemiro gets 350. But 350 into 12 is 5 million. Who are you buying for 5 million? Nothing. You're not getting anything for that money. So my issue is, I just don't see how we can add if we finish out of Europe. Period. People will get frustrated about it, but we have been spending less and less in the ongoing years. We just don't have money to get from anywhere, and we were told that. So you can get upset about it, but it's still going to be the reality. Absolutely, Keithan. Spoke facts. So you are telling me they have money for Baleba, not for 20 to 30 million players? No, Ethan. I'm telling you, they were bullshitting you about Baleba because we weren't going to spend 120 million on one player. We were hobnobbing for a release clause, and we were hobnobbing for Embuemo. You think we're going to pay double the price for Baleba just like that quietly? I don't think we had money. What did we buy in the end? Nothing. We ended up buying
Guys,
nothing. So technically, we spent no money.
yeah, 1 hour, 2 minutes of the stream done. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Sports Nut Nathan. Nathan, how close are you to 30
I am 50
3K?
subscribers from 3K.
Guys,
Exactly.
we have 131 people watching. I'm assuming mostly आप लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब तो किया है नितिन को. अगर जो आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज subscribe right now. Get him to 3K. If not today, by tomorrow, by the Manchester Derby, will be a big achievement. And then 3K, and then 5K, and
True.
then onwards and upwards.
SPP is saying we have incompetent management. Of course, we have incompetent management. SPP. I think this is part of my issue with all the fan groups and fan channels and everyone who spend all their time taking shots at each other. This is something we all can agree with. Even if we don't like their guts, we'll all sit there in the same side and say this management is terrible. 18 million, bro, 350K. Naman, my basic point is what you can buy for 18 million. What we can replace for 18 million. We have to find a proper Casemiro a replacement in terms of some quality even, na? So this is my issue. I'm not the money will either way we will need a way more money, Naman. And again, like I said, if these players go, if we release their wages, we still have to we will only be replacing players that are going. We won't be adding to squad depth. So we might still not have money for the players we want, suitable players of a skill level to sit on the bench. We might not have money for them. That's the issue.
I think we can keep going back and forth about this, but it is never ending. It is. Look, like I said,
Yeah,
एक
never
चीज है
ending.
यहाँ पे, there's going to be no critical agreement point, unfortunately. A lot of people want to. Everyone, look, social media, journalists, articles, बहुत लोगों को polarize करती है, and that's the job to keep us guessing and just buying the articles and reading. बहुत सारे कम लोग हैं जो speak the truth and speak the facts. I think Andy Mitten is one of them. By and large, yes, he has a few of those where he has to do what he has to do. But by and large, Andy Mitten is a reliable source. Go through Andy Mitten's things. एक Swedish Rumble करके है Twitter पे. Please,
Yeah.
for financial conversations आपको देखनी है तो एक बार प्लीज Swedish Rumble के tweets देखो. वो कोई ओनरशिप को डिफेंड नहीं करता, ना वो मैनेजर्स को डिफेंड करता है ब्लाइंडली. लुक्स एट जस्ट द नंबर्स, प्योर नंबर्स. स्वीडिश
Very
रंबल.
good. Very good.
और मैंने एक दो बार गलती से पीने के टाइम पे स्वीडिश हाउस माफिया डाल दिया था, एंड आई गॉट साइड ट्रैक लिसन टू म्यूजिक इंस्टेड. बट स्वीडिश रंबल, इट्स अ ट्रू स्टोरी. I once tried to go to Swedish Rumble to start doing some research. I was a few beers down. I typed in Swedish House Mafia. Then I saw their date, and I realized Axel was coming to India. And then I completely forgot about what I was going to read about.
No, Rando. It is Swedish Rumble only. It's not Swiss Rumble. Unless Swiss Rumble is also somebody who does that, then that would be kind of funny. But yeah.
The Swiss Rumble?
No, I'm pretty sure it is Swedish Rumble, but there could also be a Swiss Rumble, which would be quite funny. Kirk is saying top managers
Swedish
demand
Rumble, man.
top players. No.
Hey man, don't gaslight me like this, bro. Swedish Rumble.
No, it could be. There could be a Swiss Rumble. I know. Never mind. I got confused. No, there could be a Swiss Rumble. It could be something else.
I mean, there could be a lot of. I don't want to go there. Not the time for the joke. It's okay. Waste of time, waste of money. I think Swiss top managers demand top players. Of course they will. Nathan, the issue is that we are fan base responsible for not backing the manager.
I don't agree.
Continues.
Then we should have backed Ole, no? At 55% win percentage.
If you had to go back, I think our biggest mistakes were very proudly, arrogantly, unapologetically, shambolically, when a Manchester United manager is sitting on the dais with the FA Cup after 10 years, we have championed and clapped and gloated that he's getting sacked for Jose Mourinho. I think that's when we invited trouble. So if you want to talk about where, as a club's ethos, we changed, that is the day we changed. That's what not you. That's anti-United. Anti-United, where the guys won you the FA Cup and you are lauding it as a fan base. More than anything else, that's where I blame the fans on that one incident. Yes, let's go back into now the Manchester derby. So Nathan, let's go back to the start, as Chris Martin says it, because I've kept this stat open for God Almighty so long, and
wait, hold on. Sorry to get back. Right? Are you just saying I backed Moyes, Van Gaal, and Mourinho to guess what? They were far better than Ole. David Moyes was better than Ole.
I always leave David Moyes out of the equation of conversation because I feel he was set up to fail from the very start. He got Fellaini, and that's just not happening. Fellaini with an aging squad, which was just not. I would just say let's not disrespect the guy. He's gone through enough in life. So chat. Okay, so to ये देखो यहाँ पे. Rodri United के सामने खेला 75 minutes in the game week 4, 90 against Arsenal, rested against Burnley because he had picked up an injury against United itself, so they were playing him cautiously. 90 minutes Arsenal, because away the draw mattered to them. Burnley got a break, played Brentford, got injured. Blah, 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 blah. They got him some minutes against Sunderland. They got him a full match against Chelsea. And now he plays against us. What are the matches he didn't get to play or the player where he missed where people got lucky? Liverpool at home, which by the way they still won. Um, Newcastle away, Leeds home, which they got away with. So City had a tricky, easy run of games when Rodri was gone, respectfully,
Hmm.
till Chelsea. So Chelsea they drew. Ah man, like whatever. Ole was a good man manager, but tactically inferior manager. Do not want to get that into this because we will get sidetracked again. Manchester Derby for Haaland को form में लाओ योजना. Yeah, man. Best pedigree than Ole. Okay, I'm going to go to the rabbit hole. Let's ignore this. Rodri on a bull him at double midfield pivot. नहीं. So this is where I go back to this, Nathan. Let's go back to the start over here. क्या लग रहा है आपको? And do we feel कि आपको लग रहा है यहाँ पे the whole situation कि it's a 3 in the back and it's just going to be like a 5 back.
No, we are playing
Harry
3-5, dude. We are playing 3-5. I'm telling you, it's happening.
So
I
Harry
believe it.
Maguire, Lenny Yoro, Lisandro
And
Martinez,
Lisandro Martinez.
Luke Shaw, Dallo,
No.
Dorgu Dallo,
Diallo, I think.
Dallo Diallo,
Casemiro, Ugarte, Fernandez.
Casemiro, Ugarte, Fernandez.
Sheshko. Wait, how many did I don't know. Wait.
You are missing one player.
And yeah, Cunha and Sheshko. I think Mbeumo. I think no, because I think the only reason I picked Diallo over Mbeumo is because they had the extra day. I feel jet lag will be an issue. It sounds like a crazy take, but I don't know. Just my opinion. I feel like he'll be a little more jet lagged. He's played 1 day later, which means his flight was 1 day later, or rather 1 day closer to the match. So plus jet lag, and then he has to get back to practicing with the squad. So I think Diallo will play and Mbeumo will be on the bench, I think.
I'm trying to find Man United 3-2 Arsenal.
Mbeumo came 1 minute. Mbeumo came before Ahmad. Oh, then I apologize. Then the reverse.
Umo came before 1 day.
Then sorry. Then Mbeumo will play instead of Ahmad. Sorry, keep getting confused. Thank you, Simi Fall.
So, because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's time, let's not forget Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Dono. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Eric Ten Hag also played 3 in the back in a few matches. Ten Hag more than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The 3 in the back का जो आपको लगता है obsession was Amorim basis because you just blindly believe media. But I mean, okay, Amorim was just a 3 in the back, but that we never played 3 in the back ever under Eric Ten Hag, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer blind. So Carrick plays a 4-2-3-1, right? But we don't think he's going to do a 4, or we don't think he should do a 4. Correct?
It starts 4-2-3-1. It ends up 3-2-5. From all our favorite tacticos logic, that's where apparently it's going to go again. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's.
You're looking stressed out, Animesh. You don't want to see a 3-2-5?
Fuck no, man. Dude, I think people genuinely are forgetting here the simple fact that it is going to be Rodri, Cherki, Rodri, and Tihani Reinders. Cherki, Foden, Semenyo, Haaland.
Yeah.
You think I'm excited about
maybe Doku instead of Semenyo, right? Semenyo played back-to-back games, no? In short.
If I were him, I would play Semenyo. Semenyo likes fucking around with us in the last 3 years.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, Doku does also, but Doku got that cheap goal last time, that 2-1 may, but I mean, whatever. Okay, let's build a squad. Okay, let's see how we end up over here. Man, you're 3-5 stressing me out. 10-0-0. हाँ बस यही है. 6-3-1. What if Carrick plays back three? So we are Carrick out. 1-1 prediction. Do Cunha and Bumo will play tomorrow together? Yeah, we're coming to that, guys. We're coming to that. Then we'll do predictions. Okay. 155 people are watching, by the way. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Once again, 155 people are watching. Leaving likes on a video is free. I am not trying to taunt anybody. किसी को मैं taunt नहीं कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. वी आर करंटली कहाँ पे 1 घंटा हो गया. अरे यार मैं हमेशा ये बोलता हूँ. नेथन इज अवेयर ऑफ इट नाउ. 1 hour 13 minutes in the stream done. And I would have preferred at least 1 hour 13 minutes. Guys, 73 minutes हो गया. तो 73 likes. We are at 70. Not the worst ratio. But फिर भी कर दो यार. रेशियो में लाओ. और ऑनेस्टली 150 के ऊपर लोग देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे. तो 150 हो गए तो 150 लाइक चाहिए ही चाहिए यार स्ट्रीम एंड होने के पहले. Would rather play Euro right back than Dallo. Pay Maguire center back. 3-2-5 is attacking shape with the ball. The ball is
Exactly.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
So like I said, let's see how we fix this whole situation. Like Nathan said, it's a that's what you would. Yeah, that
The
is a
W in the front, guys. The W in the front. We will be
Nathan
there.
Nani, before leaving the greatest man in our club, only one thing we must stand by our new manager. And sorry to say, but as a fan base, we failed him every single time.
I
Well-
disagree. We stood by David Moyes until he sacked himself. I completely disagree with you. Sorry.
I don't.
None
think
of us wanted David Moyes and we all backed him until he got sacked.
And then Shesko, Cunha, Bumo. The fan base wanted him sacked, man. Let's be honest. If I see Dallo in the starting lineup, it's already over.
The fan base didn't want him, I would say. If Dallo lineup, it's already over.
Ouch.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. Don't know what to tell you. You're gonna see him again. You're just wasting your energy. I'm feeling relaxed after the Wolves game. I'm not stressing about this anymore, man. Enjoy it.
Do you think Renato Vega to United replace Harry Maguire? No, I don't think that.
I don't think so.
No one to replace him at right back. Unfortunately.
Hey, see me fall. I've been saying it for months. See me fall. Thank you. It's nice to know people agree. No replacements.
4-2-3-1 as per foot mob.
Yeah.
So, यहाँ पे, look, this is what we are doing here, right? As per what you said. You said यहाँ पे Dallo.
Mazraoui is not back, no, unfortunately.
Final. Cunha, Bruno. Who else did you say?
Mbeumo. I actually, yeah. No, wait. I said wait. No, Mbeumo. I did say.
Dallo,
not
Martinez,
Ahmad.
Maguire, Ahmad. Ahmad is here, right?
No, and another centre back, right? Heaven or Euro.
You're saying the
So
three.
what-
You're saying change the formation.
No. It will be 4 at the back. But what happens is one of the full backs. If this is the starting back four, then I think Ahmad will go in front and Dallo will come across. What I thought he will do is, because Lisandro Martinez played left back at some point of time, what they'll do is they'll show Martinez at left back, make it Maguire, Euro, Dallo, and then Dallo goes up front, and then that's the back three. That's what I think it's going to be, because he normally lets the left back run forward, so it could also be Dogu, but I don't know who's going to play. Right, we're not really sure who's going to start, so it could be Dogu, Martinez, Maguire, Euro. They become a back three, and Dogu goes up front to add to the front five. Because normally he uses the left back. Last season before he used Ryan Giles and Samuel Elling Jr. There is no 3-2-5, Animesh. Don't bother. Don't bother.
This is your W.
Starting you.
This is a W.
This is fine. Yeah. We'll take it. It's better.
I know there was something. So here, wait.
Yeah. So there'll probably be Euro.
Lenny,
or Heaven, I would actually prefer, but yeah. And I think this is it. Yeah. No, I would keep Dogu actually. Keep Dogu. Because we have a bombing left back. No, I think Dogu will start. So what I think is Ahmad will not play because of rest. And I think it'll be, yeah. That's what I think it's going to look like.
if I had this option and this is what I was playing, uh, uh, I would play Bumo here. It depends on Bumo. Bumo's done, man. Bumo's not scored even in the AFCON. Bumo थक गया है. Bumo निकलने के पहले
Yeah.
हमारे लिए मर मर के गोल मारा था. Bumo I think को break चाहिए एक दो matches का.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
That's why I went with Ahmad. No, Ahmad, Cunha, Shashko up front. But see, this is the issue, right? Who is he going to play at left wing back? Because he wants his left wing back to whatever stay up front. So Ahmad and Mbemo, I'm not really sure of them starting. They might be on the bench, but they should start. But I don't know where their fitness levels will lie.
Justice for Shaw. So Luke Shaw जो हमको मालूम था उसको ब्राइटन के सामने एक full rest दिया गया था. क्योंकि the brother needed a break in life in general.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
matches as far as what we know so far. Thank you so much for my comment, Rabbit Gum. Yeah, I mean, Vardhan, it was a very good comment. I had to pick it up. It was a genuinely good comment. Haaland, captain FPL, he will play and score 4. So why don't you use your triple captain then? By the way, I'm not saying you should use your triple captain.
No. Tell them. No. Tell them.
If you
I
are
like
that
this confidence. They should do it.
mine will
Triple
set up
captain.
Murillo 4-3-3. No, yeah, Ashish, are very kind, but everyone is
4-3-3,
consistent as a
I
creator.
don't think it's happening.
Pepper changes formation to 4-1-4-1. Will United have issues? I mean,
We'll
देखो,
have
honestly,
issues with 11 players, dude. As long as they have 11 players on the pitch, we'll have issues with them.
if you had to ask me in simply put, अगर जो रॉड्री और राइंडर्स आपके सामने है तो वैसे भी दिक्कत है. Where I feel कि यूनाइटेड के पास चांस होगा is the lack of available fit center backs. बट उसके लिए आपको मिडफील्ड में बॉल जीतना है. Forget about you cannot dominate them in midfield. लेकिन अगर जो आप इनफ पोजीशन मिडफील्ड में रखते हो आपके पास, you have quick players. 1, 2, slaughter of the ball. Dallo is quick. It's just he doesn't know what to do with the ball once he gets there. Sadly, you saw last game, Nathan. You cannot be angry. You know what he did.
No. I completely agree.
He gets in pockets, but as you know, old school Valencia.
Bro, he's so good at reading the ball, yeah.
उसको थोड़ा अक्ल है कि उसको कहाँ खड़ा रहना है बॉल रिसीव करने के लिए. प्रॉब्लम इज वो बॉल रिसीव करता है हर बार और सरप्राइज हो जाता है कभी क्या करूं. And he takes those shots where he scores 1 out of like 10 goals, sadly.
Yeah. Agree.
But
I agree.
would you? Okay, Casemiro obviously swap here. But anyway.
No, honestly, I wouldn't. Last 3 games, I have to say, my God, and I really never thought I'd say this, but Ugarte has been playing better than Casemiro. I never thought I'd be saying it. Ever. Actually. But I have to say it, yeah.
Casemiro, Ugarte साथ में खेलते थे और साथ में खेलते हैं. Ugarte makes Casemiro worse, so Casemiro's tracking for 2 players, so Ugarte looks good.
Well, I mean, Ugarte makes everybody worse, but he was at least doing his job here. I can't say he did a bad job personally. He was tracking back, dude, in the Burnley game. If he wasn't running and trying to win tackles from behind of people, we'd be in real trouble. Like real trouble. So,
I think he will play both Ahmad and Bumo. Yeah, fair, man. I understand that.
I just don't want anyone getting injured, man. It's going to be a big headache we can't afford any of this.
Okay, so Nathan, I agree with Nathan. I don't want to have Minu playing this game. So, by and large, simply put, वापस summing up करता हूँ quickly. मुझे लग रहा है यहाँ पे there's 3 in the back and Casemiro, unfortunately, Ugarte, someone has to drop deep here and sweep around, where Ahmad gets in and irritates and plays as an extra midfielder, where Bumo can play slightly behind Shesko, go wide and help Ahmad out as well. Left side पे problem होगी हमारे लिए. That means on your right side for Man City, अगर जो सेमेन्यो को राइट पे खेलता है, फोर्डन को लेफ्ट में खेलता है, हमको दिक्कत आ सकती है with Semenyo going berserk on that side. Dallo will have his job cut out for him, or Dorgu will have his job cut out for him. Apart from that, I feel this is the only way हम थोड़ा semblance of control maintain कर पाएंगे. Game respectfully, Old Trafford पे आप सिटी के सामने बहुत control नहीं कर पाते. But to be fair, last year 2-1 away we got the win. 0-0 at home. We did manage that last year. Yes, City was bad last year without Rodri, blah 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 blah. But they had Ruben Dias last year. They had a fit backline. They had Guardiola, and we got a 0-0 against them. So I feel this is the only way we can maintain control. Now, score predictions, assuming that this works the way you and I think magically, Nathan, we are in Lala Wonderland and amazing things happen for us. What do you think is going to happen?
I think we win 1-0. Shashu gets the winning header.
Really?
Yeah.
Free form is there. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you for that option. 3 at the back, sack Carrick. 4 at the back is our DNA the United way. What is this shit formation? So, again, if you missed it, this is Nathan. Please tell them what this formation is actually.
So it starts at 4-2-3-1, but the left back basically spends all his time forward, a la Ryan Giles, Samuel Elling Jr. from Middlesbrough. The back four becomes a back three essentially, with a ideal finishing product of a front five, which looks like a M or a W depending on which angle you're looking at it from. Yeah, we'll call it the Michael formation.
Let's be honest, he's playing 4 at the back, guys. After everything.
I'm telling you. Imagine if he plays back three. No, my God, everyone's going to get so triggered. So we got rid of one back three manager to play this DNA football with another back three manager. Bro, the crash out will be so entertaining. It'll be fun. Come
Okay.
on, Animesh.
And for you is 2-1.
Enjoy these moments in life, dude. We don't get many of them. Enjoy. We survived the mighty Wolves, dude. Everything else is gravy now. That's it. Everything else is gravy.
Prediction 2-1. Right for you?
No, 1-0. Look at your face.
1-0.
1-0, baby. We're going to fall asleep or we're going to die of stress.
6 o'clock kickoff, luckily, not 1:45 am. 6
Thank
p.m.
God, no,
kickoff.
6 o'clock on a Saturday. Dude. The rest of our weekend at least is there.
I don't know. I think optimistically you can get a 1-1. 1-1 optimistically, मेरे दिमाग में 1-1 हो सकता है.
I'll take it.
I'll take a 1-1
Sounds
any
good.
day.
Yeah.
Someone had asked us up much further up. He most likely ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं अगेंस्ट आर्सेनल और ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं मैन सिटी के सामने. अगर जो आपके पास हाथ में चॉइस होता, which one would you try to think can nick a game?
I think we have a better chance of beating City than Arsenal. I think Arsenal is too complete. The squad depth is too much. It's just going to be a massive headache for us. I think it's a lot more plausible to get a victory at City.
At Old Trafford.
We got to go to the Emirates and play Arsenal, dude. It's a little bit of a not great. Let's just put it that way. Not great.
Imagine you let City beat you and then you go take points against Arsenal and you throw the title race wide open. Very united of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I would mind it because I don't like Arsenal, but I guess I wouldn't mind it in some way too. So.
Hello, wide take a 1-1 draw. Slice stop spamming when आपका ले लिया comment भाई. DNA is taking a risk, putting the attack of attacking going to be the win when you're losing games. The DNA not formation. People are so cringe. I don't understand this. Wallard and you have a love relationship. कल हारान pregnant kan अरे भाई.
I actually do like Warlord. That's the funny part.
When Nathan starts to joke on United, you should know we are truly fucking United 0-3.
It's so funny, like I'm harsh on Amarim, I'm harsh on certain things, and then when I actually joke, people go, "It's hopeless." That's the best part. I honestly think we can win 1-0. I'll take it.
I'll take a 1-1. Nathan will take a 1, and there is my Wi-Fi going. I'll take a 1-1. I'll take a 1-0. Obviously, मेरे दिमाग में seriously though, I think formation wise, I think it's going to be Luke Shaw, Maguire, Licha, Dallo, Casemiro, Ugarte, Bruno, Ahmad, Shesko, Cunha.
Okay. Sounds good.
Madrid United, bhai. Yes.
Yes.
Why imagine the days of Madrid fans that they have to think about being bhai with us.
I mean, historically, he's not wrong. You all
Who's,
can pressure the City defense, not going to lie. Hmm,
who's not
I
one?
don't know.
No
Sorry?
Ambomo. You said he's not one.
Did I say that? No, I said he's not lying. We are
Oh, he's been lying.
historically speaking, you know.
Huh.
Nathan, it's an early kickoff. If you already hate an early kickoff, I guess. Actually, Homelander, my stance has changed this season because of all the 145 games. I rather win or lose early, so I can enjoy the rest of my weekend after I obviously spend an enough amount of time being depressed about the outcome, and then enjoy the rest of my weekend rather than stay up at 1 o'clock to not get sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning and then wonder what I'm going to say in my review video till afternoon. I actually prefer this better.
Last
Nathan,
episode
by
of
these people forgot Amarim was subbing CBs for CBs and they're losing a drawing. Rhea, please don't get me. I'm already president of the Amarim Out Club apparently. Best part is I said after we survive Bulls, I won't say anything. Next week he gets
bro,
sacked. And
be
then
careful,
everyone was
bro.
like, Nathan, you're happy.
बहुत 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 संभालना, ये आपके घर का एड्रेस ढूंढ ढूंढ के एक्चुअली रजिस्टर कर देंगे आपके नाम पे और घर के एड्रेस पे फैन क्लब। और
But
आपको
that really annoyed people though, man. Like people, I don't know what was happening in your chat, but in our chat, people were going crazy when he kept bringing on center backs when we were losing. They were going really mad. It is what it is. Yeah.
Vivek Bhai is in chat reading that Carrick Borough is
Or
team
Vivek's
ranked top
here.
for goals, shots, expected goals, success, passes, and touches in doubles and box could be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivek Bhai, but the problem is end result he did not championship से निकल नहीं पाया Middlesbrough को, और यूनाइटेड का
Yeah,
सिंपल तो यही है।
but
All
he did take them from 22 to 4th, 22 to 5th, I think. Not bad. Yeah.
that was one season and उसके बाद दो season
First
में he
season.
finished 7th
3 points and 5 points. 3 points and
8th,
5 points of
yeah,
playoffs, something like that.
yeah, 5 points of playoffs and then 8 points and then he got
Consistent.
sacked. ठीक है, I mean it
Consistent.
is a tough league and he
But
was
here's the funny thing, Animesh. They're not doing any better right now. They
yeah.
just sacked him. They're not really doing any better if you think about it. But yeah. Ethan Sega scored only a centre backs.
I mean he's not wrong. Last match में अगर जो आप
He's
देखो
not wrong. No, that's why it's funny. He's not wrong.
last episode I mean was very bad. Sorry you didn't enjoy it, Piyush. Sorry that you I don't know. What did you not like about it? Mentality changes when players are mid coming out for a defender, which is why you were giving mid coming out of defender, which is why you were giving the opponent a chance to keep possession, which is why you conceded goals. Can Carrick change this?
That's a
About
great
Carrick
question by
or not
Vardhan.
about Carrick is not the problem. It is simply coming to the fact that decision making again it sadly comes down to Lenny Oro a lot of times. But वो भी होता है कि आप जो प्लेयर को वो पोजीशन में डालते हो to be facing these kind of chances. Eth Nouri is back for City. Nah, could be interesting. Eth Nouri आ गया वापस. Oh, fuck. Why
I still
against
think
us,
I
dude?
still I still I still I still think they're going to play O'Reilly.
But isn't
Yeah.
Eth Nouri Moroccan?
Algerian. They got
Oh,
knocked out ages ago.
fuck me. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, wait. We're going to get sidetracked over here. I was picking up a comment for Nathan. Finish 7 miss playoffs. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
बना भी. So ये लमेंस की बात कर रहे हैं. लमेंस की conversation बहुत बार लोग बोल रहे हैं. देखो
Should
मैं
I
सिंपल
should should I
बोलता
do
हूँ.
my traditional line, Animesh, or should we move on from what you think I'm going to say when we
No, you
talk
can
about
say your line.
goalkeepers? No. Honestly, it's difficult to gauge someone's ceiling when you play for Club Brugge or whatever the club we bought him from in the Belgian league. What I will say is, and I think I discussed this with Animesh, it's kind of frightening that he has no positional awareness, especially like for free kicks, because the Bruno one where he points and tells him exactly where the ball's going to go based on how he's lined up the free kick. Then it's the free kick that we conceded, which technically went straight down the middle of our goal. But he was on one side. Like his positional awareness is a little alarming. But a lot of times he makes up that for reflexes with his legs. Animesh, I think you have seen some of those saves before. It must look familiar to you. Uh, we knew a guy who did those. So yeah.
कौन था
I
वो?
think his
कौन था वो
positional
शख्स?
awareness we have to be aware of. That's what
कौन
I'm
था
worried
वो
about.
शख्स? मुझे याद नहीं है ये कौन शख्स था. Like I'll say one thing, Nathan, very simply for me when it comes to Lomens, I've said this and I'm going to say it again. जब भी
Hmm.
एक कीपर के सामने 17 गेम में बैक लाइन हर एक बार शफल होती है ना, कीपर उसका सेंटर नहीं पकड़ पाता. व्हाट आई मीन टू से फॉर लॉट ऑफ द, अगर समझ में नहीं है आपको, सिंपली पुट एक ब्लाइंड केमिस्ट्री होती है, एक अवेयरनेस होती है कि मेरा सेंटर बैक यहाँ आगे आएगा, यहाँ पीछे आएगा, यहाँ पे लेफ्ट पे होगा, उसको यहाँ पे बॉल रिसीव करना है, ये वाला बंदा वहां पे बॉल रिसीव करेगा, ये मेरे बाजू में आएगा, ये टाइट पास देगा, मेरा जो विंग बैक है वो ऐसे ही भागेगा. उसको मालूम ही नहीं है लोमेंस को, उसको मालूम ही नहीं है लोमेंस को, बिल्कुल नहीं मालूम है. ब्राइटन के सामने वो ऑलमोस्ट इसलिए कंसीड किया उसने जब बॉल दे दिया, क्योंकि जब भी फॉर्मेशन चेंज हुआ, डैरन फ्लेचर पे आया टू एमोरिम, पोजिशनल चेंज हो गई. ऑल्सो हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड लोमेंस प्ले कर रहा है लेनी ओरो के साथ और हेवन के साथ, जिन दोनों को नहीं मालूम है कि वो कहाँ पे होने वाले हैं नेक्स्ट मिनट में. सो लोमेंस में मैं आपको ये बोलूंगा, क्रिटिसाइज करना है तो उसके 4-5 सेव्स क्रिटिसाइज करो जहां पे वो अच्छा कर सकता था. वन डेफिनेटली वाज लीड्स का गेम, जहां पे यस गलती फिर भी हेवन की मानूंगा. हेवन पोजिशनली रॉन्ग था, इसलिए उसको लगा कि वो स्लो था, बट हेवन ने पोजिशनली गलती कर दी, उसने बहुत जगह दे दी उसको. बट लोमेंस बचा सकता था वहां पे. लोमेंस ने अपना पूरा वेंचो 90% गोल खोल दिया राइट लेफ्ट पे, एकदम रॉन्ग पोजिशनिंग वहां पे. तो वहां पे आप उसको थोड़ा ब्लेम कर सकते हो. फ्री किक जो एक थी जो बात बोल रहा है नेथन, उस पर ब्लेम कर सकते हो. बट अब आप बात करते हो कि बाकी वो कुछ कर नहीं पाता पोजिशनली, वो पासिंग उसकी एवरेज है. जब से शेस्को वापस आया है और शेस्को एक गेम छोड़ के वो वापस शेस्को को बॉल दे रहा है, सेकंड बॉल जीत रहा है. बट अगर जो आपकी बैक लाइन फिक्स ना हो, तो वो हाउ डू यू फॉर्म केमिस्ट्री एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ रेंज, हाउ डू यू डू दैट? इट्स नॉट
Yeah,
पॉसिबल अंडर.
Which Rio has been saying since bloody October or September. I think he's been going on about it. He got fed up like in October about. He's like, I don't understand how we can keep shuffling our defense like this every game. It's an interesting point.
एंड
Lamans is
अगेन,
a young goalkeeper. So that only we're saying, Keithan, we're not saying any. In fact, I would say his positional awareness is partly lack of awareness is partly due to the fact that he's young.
young and also trying to adjust to center backs who don't know, thoda
Yeah,
thoda
who
they are
keep
positionally
shifting.
off, right?
Tough. Yeah, 100%. It's tough. He has a tough job. There's no doubt about it.
I mean,
No doubt
honestly,
about
अगर
it.
जो आपको थोड़ा open रखना हो तो chicken and egg situation, you don't know what's the problem really. Is it the mixing center backs constantly,
Yeah.
injuries of center back? uh, लूक शॉ, हेवन, यूरो खेल रहे हैं. लूक शॉ के बदले लीचा आ रहा है अभी हेवन के साथ. फिर यूरो और लीचा खेले, हेवन को ड्रॉप कर दिया. टैलो और डोरगू को पोजिशनली विंग स्वैप कर दिया. भाई, इट्स यू थिंक दैट दिस आर एक्सक्यूज टॉप टीम शुड फिगर, बट देन यू आर सेइंग दैट लोमेंस नीड्स टाइम आल्सो, राइट? एक एक ट्रैक पकड़ना पड़ेगा ना, एक ट्रैक पकड़ना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट वी जेन्युइनली, हमको क्या लगता है इस सिचुएशन के बारे में. मैं इसलिए अभी भी मैं क्रिटिकल बनूंगा एक दो चीज पे, जहां पे गंदा, जहां पे एविडेंटली कीपर की गलती है, कीपर की गलती है. बट जहां पे आप मुझे डायरेक्टली पूछो यहाँ पे, तो आई स्टिल बी लाइक बॉस, इट्स इज वेरी हार्श एंड हार्ड फॉर हिम राइट नाउ. आई थिंक बहुत 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 सारी चीजें अभी भी बाकी है जहां पे आर टीम स्ट्रक्चरली थोड़ी साउंड हो तो बंदा कुछ कर पाया आउट से, उसको फिर जज करना. विच इज वाई मैंने बोला था मैं लोमेंस को जैन फेब तक जज नहीं करूंगा, बट अभी सैक हो गया मैनेजर. सो
Yeah,
रिस्पेक्टफुली आई थिंक इट्स हार्श टू जज हिम अगेन नए मैनेजर में वापस
100%.
से सिस्टम चेंज में. यार इट इज फैक्चुअल, यू माइट
But
थिंक
but what we can say is he's. I honestly believe he has saved Amarim's job not once but at least twice in the last month. I think I think it was the Leeds game and the Bournemouth game where like there was 1 2
बॉन्ड में.
minutes left and he had to make like some crazy saves and all.
या
I honestly think if those draws become losses and the losses pile up, I would even argue and say that Lamans has actually kept Ruben in the job a little longer. But yeah, I think he's young. I think he's young, and I think it's fair to give him time. But you have to sort out the people in front of you for sure. Yes, he's the reason our OT records are absolutely. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That exactly that. Saving positioning has to improve. Exactly, Raj.
Yeah,
Completely correct.
but again, all of those things are technical. Give him at least a whole season, man. Like, give
Yeah,
him a
yeah.
season, guys. यार क्या करे, अभी दिक्कत है तो दिक्कत है. Heaven, Euro, Dorgu, Shesko would all be prospects. Anyway, club, I can't believe all of them start together at times. Unbelievable. मच लार्जर आर्ग्यूमेंट ओवर हियर यहाँ पे. बाय द वे 140 लोग 150 हो गया फिर सभी भी देख रहे हैं. नेथन, हैज योर सब्सक्राइबर काउंट इंक्रीज एट ऑल?
I have not checked. If I'm
प्लीज
being
चेक
honest,
नेथन.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
नो, आई एम एंजॉयिंग द कन्वर्सेशन 100%. लेकिन बोलना पड़ता है ना,
I'll check it.
चैट को उसको
Yeah, yeah.
रिमाइंड करना पड़ता है.
I'll tell you. I
नेथन
got
के
3
50
subs.
नेथन के 50 दूर थे. यू आर सेइंग 47 अवे ना अप्रोक्सीमेटली.
Yes. 47.
नेथन 47 सब्सक्राइबर्स दूर है 3000 से. तो नेथन को जितना जल्दी आप पास में पहुंचा सके 3000 को आज और कल में, प्लीज अभी सब्सक्राइब करो स्पोर्ट्स में नेथन को, अगर जो आपने नहीं किया है. यस, फुटबॉल बढ़िया को भी सब्सक्राइब करना, वीडियो पे लाइक करना. 100 लाइक तो कर दो अभी यार. लाइक करना फ्री है. 1 घंटा 40 मिनट हो गए. नेथन, यू हैव टू गो बैक टू वर्क. यू हैव टू वर्क, राइट?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
If you're
Well,
fine,
anyway,
I'm fine.
We'll wrap up in 5-10 minutes anyway. ठीक है?
Semi Fall is saying he made some good saves in Wolves. And I was thinking which games he made those last minute saves, yeah, where we
Bournemouth
managed to
for
get away with the
sure.
point.
Bournemouth 100% गेम था.
Bournemouth, I remember. Yeah.
फिर एक और चीज है. Bournemouth
Bournemouth
Leeds,
Leeds Wolves. I think
Leeds,
I think those were the games. He's
Wolves.
right.
और एक मैच है.
What is the
Bournemouth,
Newcastle game? Newcastle game where we scraped Bournemouth.
Newcastle Boxing
That
Day
was a win
record.
actually, that game. Yeah.
Boxing Day Old Trafford पे
Was
Newcastle.
DDG not shaking his first season? Warlord, I'll tell you this. This is why I didn't like the Onana take about him being terrible in the first season. David De Gea was 19 years old. If we are calling Lamens young, I don't know what we'd call David De Gea. Onana came at 27 years old of a Champions League final, and people are saying, didn't David De Gea have a first season shaky? I'm like, it's not the same comparison. It really isn't. Where people defended him, and look how well that aged. He's enjoying Turkey now. Hopefully, he goes back to Cameroon even after that. That's the level of goalkeeping he produces, respectfully. Didn't people call him names? Yeah, people called him names. People did call David De Gea names. But then that's the great thing about hindsight, Warlord. We can all go back in time and realize the lovely memories he gave us afterwards. So,
Simply put, hypocrite भी हम बन सकते हैं सब. It's okay.
yeah, of course. And you have to realize something, Animesh. We do everything in real time. It's very easy to look back in time and go, we were wrong. But in real time, when we see what we see and we say what we say, that's what it is. Kirk is saying, yes, Kirk asked this question. I don't know where we are going with the rest of this, but he asked her multiple times. I want to ask you, do you think we should renew Maguire? And now I'm asking you only because I made the statement earlier about people are going on a free. He might not have money. Hi, Pratiman. He might not have money to add. He might only have money to just replace. So, what do you think? Do you think we should do another short-term contract just because of maybe financial issues? Another senior member of the team going even, which I think is important. I think we are realizing how important it is as well now. But yeah.
1 year, अनफॉर्चुनेटली ओपिनियन तो मेरी चेंज हो गई. जब ये अनाउंसमेंट आया था ना, मैंने बोला कैसेमीरो और मगवायर को साथ में जाने दो. दिक्कत यह है कि यू कैन सी लैक ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी, लैक ऑफ सीनियरिटी इन द प्लेयर्स हु रिमेन. डिलीट डिफैक्टो लीडर बन जाता है वहां पे. उसके बाद ड्रॉप ऑफ टू लेनी और हेवन. आई थिंक देखो यार, दे वर बैक इन द डे 21 ईयर ओल्ड 22 ईयर ओल्ड सेंटर बैक स्टार्ट करते थे इन अ स्टेबल टीम. यूनाइटेड अभी भी स्टेबल टीम नहीं है और 1 साल फिर से लग जाएगा तो स्टेबल टीम बनने के लिए नए मैनेजर के साथ, एटलीस्ट 6 महीना. उस वजह के लिए आई जस्ट सी अनफॉर्चुनेटली कि लीचा पे, अगर जो लीचा पे रिलाई कर सकते थे ना नेथन, आई वुड हैव सेड लीचा को रख लो, मगवायर को जाने दो. लीचा,
you were there, right? You were there when I did my captain rant yesterday. No, you saw everyone got mad at me. I'm like, bro, he's less fitter than Luke Shaw, and you want to give him captaincy? People were like, it's not about that. It's not. I'm like, last time I checked, the captain plays on the pitch, dude. What do you mean it's not about that? Who's leading the team?
You can make Luke Shaw your club captain if he's the most senior most player with most number of games in the belt, but that's why club
but it's
captain.
not even. But you hear what I'm saying, right? It's not about that.
It's not about that. It's simply put,
you got to be on the
play
pitch,
week in,
bro.
week
Why
out.
do we love Bruno Fernandes?
Exactly.
Because he's on the pitch. If he loses, we all lose together. That's the mentality.
हाँ, प्रणब वही बोल रहा हूँ pretty much, and that is exactly what he's asking Nathan. अगर जो मुझे
sorry, what was your answer? Yeah.
4 महीने पहले I would have said no, but looking at the way the club is operating, we have no option. But I still maintain one of him or Casemiro, and I don't think it's Casemiro. Then give it to him. You can't have
I
both of them staying one more year. No
I
chance.
think we have to
Then I
get
will
rid of
not take it.
Casemiro because Casemiro's on more money, and I think people need a midfielder right now. Everyone's going midfield, so it's better to get oust a player that we don't need in a position we don't need, rather than get rid of a centre back. Also, the fact that he is one of the senior most members, he has been
Yeah,
captain for the club.
yeah.
We need locker room presence here, whether we like these players or not. We need it. We just need it. Because you can't see the thing is, no, Animesh, I don't like this have your cake eat it too attitude. You can't get rid of all the experience, no. And then when we are on the pitch, go, man, these are all young players. What do you expect? There's nobody to like control them and show them the. I'm like, you can't have it both ways. It's not possible. And this is why I didn't understand the Bruno out movement. Because today people were like, give Lisandro Martinez, at the beginning of the season, bro, Lisandro Martinez came back in December. What we would have done with 4 months without a captain. And then he's in charge of one third of our GA on top of that. Like, you can't get rid of everybody. Even if you want to get rid of everybody, you can't. Because then it just creates more underlying issues that might not necessarily be on the pitch. It's a real problem. We are in a real problem.
Fair play. Um, Look, it it it's symptomatic भी है ना Nathan. I feel like we are choosing from the best. Like Bruno Fernandes becomes captain because he's just fit all the time and available. लेकिन हम क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं कभी कभी कैप्टनसी की सब ट्रेट नहीं है उसमें. हैरी मगवायर को सब बोलते थे रिडेम्पशन आका आ गया आफ्टर लियोन मेक हिम द कैप्टन अगेन. But respectfully, जब हैरी मगवायर कैप्टन था, we got the least amount of penalties. We were getting nothing on the pitch because he wasn't fighting for anything. He wasn't fighting. I feel like it is hard because seniority nahi hai ye team mein. I mean, Nathan, let's be honest. There's a good chance that in the summer, outside of Maguire, we end up with no senior players left in this team. Okay,
Yeah.
not like Chelsea where we have kids and there's Tosin
Yeah.
Adarabioyo who's 28 and the oldest, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Maguire goes, Casemiro goes, Luke Shaw goes. We have Cunha 27, Bumo will be 27, Shesko 24, Mazraoui Dillit, so Mazraoui 28, again Dillit 25, Dillit 26. So I think then Dillit becomes captain. I think Ugarte also goes in that case. If Ugarte stays, also he's not captain. There's no captaincy left. We have a lack of seniority is the bigger worry for us also in the summer if Bruno also goes and if Maguire goes. That doesn't mean कि आप बस seniority की और captaincy की वजह से you keep Maguire. Obviously footballing ability खेलने की fitness के हिसाब से. But it's a worry we're going to get down the line ourselves as well. So it's better to get some idea. Like if you are under the assumption कि Maguire को आप एक ही साल contract extension दोगे ना, like I would straight up say, unfortunately, while I don't think that he is the best, I don't think I see anyone else who's there. So you have a toss up next to Nathan. All of these guys leave. It's Dillit, Cunha for captaincy. Who do you go?
Delect or Cunha?
Who's left?
Oh,
Casemiro's gone.
I'd give
Maguire is
Mbemo the
gone, Shaw is
captaincy,
gone.
really. I'd
Then
give
it goes to
Mbemo the
look because you said no for Licha, which I get. I'm trying to get your argument right. So
captaincy.
Licha's out of the way already.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I would, I'd give Delict, but if I'm being very honest, I don't know if they are suitable to take the pressure on of being a captain in an English team. Yeah. The pressure that is involved and the constant expectations of you, even outside of the football pitch, it can be a lot for people. Yeah, it can be a lot. Even like Amarim first thing said, what is the difference between Sporting and United? He's like media. So you can imagine that the United captain's also going to get it. And the nice thing about Harry Maguire is he's already used to it, right? In some sense. So I would, out of Delict and Cunha, I would give Delict because I feel like Delict at least shows some backbone. Yeah, Cunha, I mean, he starts going on a run. He sees everyone open. He just shoots, bro. Like we can't have. If you can't complain about bro, I didn't realize Bruno took so few shots this season. That's the one thing we complained about. Now he's playing disciplined. People are like he's not being creative enough because he's playing back. So like you can't. Everyone wants to have the cake and eat it too. Do they want him to ping 50-yard balls and play a short pass? Now Cunha is doing the same thing. People are on Cunha now. But then everyone said Cunha is a faster version of Bruno. But he's not a faster version of it. There is no replacement of Bruno. That's what we have realized now. There just isn't. There can't be. That's the harsh truth. Whether people like him or not, it's irrelevant. There is no replacement for Bruno Fernandes. You need, like, I believe you said it. I believe we both said it. You need three players to replace him. They all got to take one job separately because they can't all do it together. That's what makes me respect Bruno Fernandes. And I think it has to be Delict, man. Cunha's too much of a maverick. He's too much, I would say.
Okay, guys,
Too
1 hour
much.
50 minutes almost on the stream. Quickly, like kar do. My FPL team: Obrugan, Saliba, Botman, Gabriel, Van der Ven, midfield: Foden, Bruno, Guimaraes, Harry Wilson, Wietse,
Oh, Worth? Really?
Florian Wirtz,
Who's Liverpool playing this week?
Burnley, Haaland, Shesko. Rate it, please. 7 on 10. Yeah, it's good enough team for this week, I think.
I would
You
remove
don't take.
Sheshko and bring on Igor Thiago probably. I
I
think
mean,
he's
but
going to score
I
against
think
Chelsea.
I'm assuming कि उसको शेस्को को अभी लाया होगा and doesn't have
Ah,
transfer period
okay,
for
after
Shesko.
the changes. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
then
then
it seems
I
good.
would say just don't take Shesko out for the heck of it. If you have a transfer left, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
This United team under Carrick could just go on a manager bounce and you could miss on the Shesko's random haul.
yeah.
Uh, if you already made the move, then leave it. If you have a transfer in hand, Shayad,
Hmm.
if you don't have Thiago, Shesko to Thiago, but I'm assuming most people
Yeah.
have Thiago, unlike me, like a dumb fuck. I took out Thiago when I was 800k in the world and I got in Ekatike and now I'm 1.5 million in the world. Wonder why. Uh, See, you pissed me off with this, man. I was trying to forget about FPL. ठीक है, बट आई थिंक अगर जो सेस्को आप ऑलरेडी ला चुके हो ये वीक तो छोड़ देना. सेस्को को नहीं लाए हो तो सेस्को निकाल के पैसा है तो आप देख सकते हो ऑली वॉटकिंस, या पैसा है तो आप देख सकते हो
Oh no, Warlord is depressing us on our way out, dude. Apparently, we have 5 GA in the last 7 games.
चेस्को, राइट?
Is that Sheshko or is that Cunha? Because who are we talking about exactly? Because now he said
Shesko
he
had
has.
scored 3 goals in his last 2 games.
He's going to score the winner, Warlord. Mark my words.
Anyway, leave a
Get
like on
cooked.
this video, subscribe to both
Get
the
cooked
channels.
tomorrow.
स्पोर्ट्स नट्स नेथन भी है वहां पे. 3000 पहुंचा दो उनको. आई वीव क्रॉस 5000. सुनील आई एम बोथ वेरी ग्रेटफुल. थैंक यू सो मच. सब्सक्राइब फिर भी कर देना दोनों चैनल को. एंड जस्ट इन केस Baltimore in for this week. मैंने Newcastle के
100%.
You know what? Let me just check the fixtures. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put
Actually, semi fall it might be tricky because Wolves are on a upward
on a
trajectory.
bounce.
It might be a
और
tough game.
Botman छोड़ के their share is out, Burn is out, Livramento is out, defensive injuries है फिर से. So let's have a look at that again. थैंक यू सो मच एवरीबॉडी. थैंक यू सो मच. मैं काम करूंगा एफपीएल के लिए अलग से, है ना, कम्युनिटी पोस्ट में. वहाँ पे पोस्ट में मेरे सजेशन डाल दूंगा. मुझे अभी अनफॉर्चुनेटली निकलना है. थैंक यू अगेन. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू बोथ द चैनल्स. लीव अ लाइक. विल सी यू टुमारो मोस्ट लाइकली फॉर द वॉच अलोंग. शायद करेंगे, मोस्ट लाइकली करूंगा वॉच अलोंग. रेगुलर प्रोग्रामिंग चालू होगी. अगेन देयर विल बी राइवलरी रूम शूट नेक्स्ट थर्सडे. सो नेक्स्ट थर्सडे विल बी बिजी बट एपिसोड बी ऑन फ्राइडे. थैंक यू नेथन सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग इन. रियली अप्रिशिएट द लास्ट मिनट adjustment of time. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Bye guys. Bye everyone. Cheers.